Hey guys, this is Emmanuel with Funtown RV. I'm a part of the RV ASAP Internet Sales Team. Today we're going to be looking at a brand new 2023 model here. This is the 369BL by Salem Hemisphere. I'm super excited for this, guys. And of course, we're at our campgrounds here in Cleburne, Texas. I want you to remember, if you're coming from out of state, if you're taking a long drive to come pick up your camper here, we do offer complimentary stays at our campgrounds, so that way you can sleep overnight and then head back home in the morning. Now, let's go take a look at this Salem. All right guys, so starting up front on this Salem Hemisphere, we're gonna have our beautiful signature front cap with our LED light strips on each side for docking late at night in the dark. And also, I do wanna mention I have a surprise for you on the other side of this front cap. You're gonna have to hold on just a moment as we get there, but I did wanna point that out. All right guys, real quick, we're gonna cover the side of the exterior of this camper. I do want to mention, if you want to go a little bit more in depth, we're going to link in the description a link just to this unit that you can see on our website to get additional specs and features that this camper does have. But starting here on the side, you're going to notice our large window that does go into the bedroom. We're going to have our marine grade outdoor speakers out here underneath our beautiful awning that's lined with that traditional LED lighting. This camper does have two awnings, and the second one's going to be on the slide in the living area. This is going to extend our outdoor patio area quite a bit. Guys, pass-through storage on this camper is going to be phenomenal. We have large pass-through storage. As you look in here, you're also going to see what sets Salem apart. It does have that aluminum frame. It's going to have aluminum sidewalls, as well as aluminum and vacuum bonded floors as well. So that's going to help with the value of your camper as it ages and prevent a lot of that water damage and just overall keep the inside of your camper insulated. All right, moving along here, we're going to have our outdoor TV mount for outdoor entertainment purposes. We're going to have our satellite connection, some more outlets on the exterior, and as you can see by this sticker, we do have an LP quick connect for propane down below, as well as one of our low point drains. All right guys, and here we have one part of our opposing slides, as we do have opposing slides in the living space of this camper. Gonna really open up the room to make it feel residential and nice and open. We are gonna have, like I mentioned before, these large awnings with the LED strips. We also have large windows as well for all the natural lighting we could possibly need. All right guys, and at the back of this Salem Hemisphere 369BL, we are gonna come standard with a ladder that does access the fully walkable roof. I mentioned before, this is a 50 amp service camper, which means we have two ACs, one of which being right here at the rear top of this camper. It is prepped for a backup camera, and we also have this beautiful large window. This is gonna be natural lighting going inside the living space of the camper. Down below, we do have a 2-inch receiver hitch in case we want to add a cargo rack. Really cool. All right guys, so check it out. On the driver's side of this RV, you're going to notice we have a total of 3 slides just on this side of the camper, which means tons of space on the inside. I'm super excited to check that out. First, I want to point out we do have an antenna that's hooked up to one of these super slides. On the driver's side, I mentioned we are 50 amp service. You can see our 50 amp plug there. In between our slides, we're gonna down below have our sewer outlet connection on this second slide, which also happens to be our mid-bunk. All right guys, as y'all can tell from the outside, the inside of this camper is unbelievable with how much space it has. First, I do want to shout out mycamptown.com. This is gonna be where you get all your accessories here at Funtown RV, whether you're getting a hitch, whether you're getting an extra fridge, whether you're getting some furniture for the inside of your camper. We also have coolers, we have gear, we have swag, we have hats, shirts. Really covers the whole scope of what you would need on your next camping trip. So do take a look at mycamptown.com for all your camping needs. Now let's go take a look inside. All right guys, like I mentioned before, I'm super excited to show you the inside of this camper here. There's so much space, there's so many cool features. First, I want to point out on one side of these opposing slides, we're going to have our freestanding dinette. So freestanding chairs and table opposed to the dinette, which is going to be a great feature. We can move these chairs to make room for a doggy cage, for additional storage. Also, you'll see tons of windows in the slides of these campers. This is going to offer us beautiful natural lighting coming into the camper in the daytime. We also have blackout shades on all of our windows as well, in case we wanted to keep that sunlight out. We do have the nice charcoal gray Thomas Paine sofas here. These are going to be reclining sofas. A really nice feature to have. The material on these is unreal. You guys need to come into Funtown to feel what these sofas feel like. All right, at the rear of this camper here, we're gonna have our traditional pull-out bed. This is gonna basically be a queen size, between queen and twin size bed here at this pull-out. And above that, again, a large window with those blackout shades. All right, on our opposite slide here, on our opposing slide setup, we're gonna have a nice entertainment center that kind of covers the whole scope of what you can need when you're sitting here entertaining the family. You have friends over. One of them being this beautiful 53-inch TV. This is going to be prepped for 53-inch television. It's also going to be on a movable mount that you can adjust according to your seating position. Below that, we're going to have our large sound bar. This sound bar is by Furrion. It also controls speakers on the inside as well as the outside of the camper. Below that, you'll see lots of cubby space, so that way we can stick our dish receivers and our game consoles. Below that, we're gonna have a nice large electric fireplace. This is gonna be useful if you need to heat up the space inside this camper, or if you're just looking for some ambient light while we're hanging out in this RV. All right guys, and here we have our actual island here in the kitchen. Super nice setup here with the drying rack that comes standard. It's gonna be a large basin farm style sink, stainless steel, and also it's gonna have our faucet head. It's also gonna have a faucet head that does come out, and you can kind of move it around for washing dishes and such. Once again, on the slide here, we're gonna have our kitchen setup area, starting with our Furrion microwave in all black. Underneath that, we're gonna have our vent for cooking, also in black by Furrion. And once again, all black with the Furrion 3 burner top stove and our oven. Alrighty, and here we have our Furrion fridge. I believe this is a 10 cubic foot fridge. If you take a look, we have a freezer side, no frost freezer, and also our fridge side as well, with plenty of drawers and space. We also have an ice tray that comes with it. And above that, we're gonna have a super interesting feature that they decided to include this year with a built-in wine rack. So for all you wine heads out there like myself, that's gonna come in handy for sure. All right guys, and here in our pantry, this is gonna be one of the largest pantry spaces we have in our entire inventory. It's super impressive. We are gonna have our dual doors, and like I said, tons of space inside there. All right guys, and here Salem condensed all of our electronic controls and such. We're gonna have our water heater switch, water pump, tank heater, controls to all of the slides that we have in this camper, which are gonna be a total of 4 slides. And also it's gonna come standard with a coat rack, and our thermostat controls for the front and the rear of this camper are both here at the same spot. Super convenient, super practical, I love it. Alrighty, we're currently in the mid-bunk space. You can see how large this room really is. We can tuck away this top bunk here just to have access to a couch. We do have across from me a setup where we can set up our TV, maybe even a little mini office workstation. It is kind of set up like a desk with access underneath it. We're gonna have satellite connection, USB, traditional outlet plugs. We're gonna have outlet plugs there, and also to the right of this sofa in here. We're gonna see plenty of lighting in this bunk room space. And for those camping out in the bunk room, there is no lack of storage here for you. We have our own built-in armoire that does have 2 big mirrors on it as well, so that way you can see yourself as you get ready. And we also have a built-in coat rack as well that goes across the length of this armoire, and 2 more large drawers for tucking away all of our clothing. So this camper sleeps about 8 to 10 people, believe it or not. And the reason for that being, above the bunk room, once we get up these floating steps, we're gonna have a double size loft up here. This loft also does offer some cubby space as well. We have an additional window there with a blackout shade and some lighting with ducted AC in the loft space, so that way our camper up here stays nice and cool. In this restroom, the 369BL is gonna have a beautiful restroom setup here. We're gonna have a large shower that does have a sliding door. This is a rectangular shower with a built-in seat, so it's gonna be nice and accessible for our older campers or even our younger campers that just wanna take a seat while we're showering. It's gonna include a removable shower head in a beautiful black matte color, as well as matching the trim of the shower as well. So it's a nice touch, really makes it feel like home in here. In the restroom, for our sink space, countertop is gonna be a nice marble pattern. We're also gonna have this beautiful backsplash wallpaper as well. It's gonna have a vanity, so a mirror, also with the medicine cabinet once you open it up. A little bit more storage. In the master bedroom here, this is gonna be my favorite part of this entire camper. Once again, I wanna point out the vaulted ceilings, just make this room feel so much bigger. We also have our bed slide. So this is gonna be an east to west facing bed. This is gonna be a custom king size bed. So again, they're going above and beyond with even more sleeping space. Similar to the bunk room, we're also gonna have a built-in dresser in the master bed as well, opposite of where the bed is. Large drawers, nice large deep drawers. It's gonna be awesome for storing our clothes, our socks, even our shoes if we wanted to stick them at the bottom drawer. We do have a TV backer right above that. And then also our satellite connections and some more outlets for plugging in our TV, our consoles, all that fun stuff. Salem really did think about everything when they were making this floor plan. They even have built in a little seat here if we're putting on our shoes in the morning, or if we're just hanging out, resting. It's an extra seating place for somebody that might be joining you here. As you see, like I mentioned before, the front cap is not just a waste of space as you might see in other campers. They really utilize every single square inch of this front cap area. This is gonna host a sliding barn door style that leads into the closet. We're also gonna have a large mirror built in as well in here, similar to the bunk room. And just so you know, this is washer and dryer prepped. We have the washer and dryer connection in this closet space. All right guys, thank you again for joining us in this walkthrough of the 2023 Salem Hemisphere 369BL. This is an awesome mid-bunk floor plan that we have currently at Funtown RV. We didn't cover everything, so we do have a link in the description to this exact unit here at Funtown RV. You'll be able to find specifications, what this camper comes with. Additionally, also I just want to let you know to make sure to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. And we also want to hear your feedback. What do you want to see in the next few videos? We look forward to bringing out lots more content. And guys, remember, the fun starts here.